Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Un Poco Loco collection from my brand Pampered Polishes. This collection will go on sale March 21st. In the description box below I will link my site, my business Instagram, and then my swatching Instagram where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So this collection was inspired by one of my favorite Disney movies, Coco. These polishes will be a one-time release. Once they're sold out, I will not be restocking them. They do feature my new bottles. They are 15 milliliters as opposed to the 13.5 that my previous bottles were. They also feature wide flat brushes, which you will see when I'm applying. So there are 6 new polishes in this collection plus 1 re-promoted shade. 7 polishes to look at in total, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have No Music 2.0, and this is a shade that I'm bringing back. It was originally released in August of 2018 as the color of the month, and it is a reformulated version. This is a black base with a variety of neon glitters in different shapes and sizes and a smattering of hollow. So here's our first coat of No Music 2.0, and I do have a baby on my lap, so if you hear the baby, that's just the baby. I think this has a good formula. It's a little bit more sheer than the previous release of this polish. I did that intentionally because I felt like with the last formulation of this, the more opaque black base, you wouldn't see as much of the neon glitter. So I did make this base a little bit more sheer. So it does take me 3 coats to build up to opacity, but I didn't have any running, pooling, or staining. The glitters do come out easily. If you want like maximum glitter payoff, you might want to do the whole holding the bottle upside down for this one. I found these neon glitters to be a little bit heavier than standard. So this is fully opaque in 3 coats. You are going to want top coat to smooth this out because those glitters will dry with some texture. And this one is going to take some scrubbing to remove to get all those glitters off. So there is 3 coats. Next up we have Dante The Alebrije, and this is described as a neon pink crelly with silver and gold holographic flakes as well as a smattering of ultra chrome chameleon flakies. So here's our first coat of Dante The Alebrije. This one I also think has a good formula, no running, pooling, or staining here either. This one you do get a ton of these flakes out without having to do any holding the bottle upside down or swirling to get any of them out. And they also spread out easily and evenly across the nail with no manipulation. So here's our second coat, and I have worn this on 2 coats, but I was working very thin this day, so I am going to show you what 3 looks like, but depending on your application, you might be able to get this one opaque in 2. Per the usual of neon pigments, this one does dry down pretty dull, so you will want top coat for that reason, and it will also help hide any of the texture that might come of these flakes. Most of them do lie flat though, so you shouldn't have to have like a thicker glitter eating top coat for that. So here is that third completely opaque coat. Nothing in this polish is going to be difficult to remove or give you any kind of issues. So there is 3 coats. Next up we have Mama Coco, and this is a pastel yellow crelly with a variety of navy blue glitter in different shapes and sizes. So here's our first coat of Mama Coco. I think this covers pretty well on this first coat, especially for being a yellow. You get a good amount of glitter out without having to do, again, any holding the bottle upside down or swirling to do so. I didn't have any running, pooling, or staining, and these glitters do lie easily across the nail as well. You'll notice that my macro shots are matte in this video. These do not dry matte. I did add a matte top coat. I've been a little matte top coat heavy, so that's why. So this is completely opaque in 2 coats. You will want top coat to smooth out the glitters. They can dry with some texture, and since this is all glitter, you will have a little bit more resistance when removing. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have Dia de los Muertos, and this is described as a murky green crelly with a sapphire shimmer and neon green glitter. Here is our first coat of Dia de los Muertos. This one is a little bit sheer on the first coat. Formula I think is again smooth and easy to work with. Again, I didn't have to do anything special to get out the amount of glitter that I did, but some of these, again, larger, heavy neon glitters do sink to the bottom, so if you want those bigger ones, more of them anyway, you will want to hold this bottle upside down before applying for maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So this is completely opaque in 2 coats. This is going to dry down dull and textured, so you'll definitely want top coat to smooth this out. My preferred way of wearing this one is matte. And since this is mostly glitter in here, you will have some resistance upon removal. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have Remember Me, and this is a sapphire blue base with a bright blue flash. It also has gold flakes and gold holographic micro glitter. Here is our first coat of Remember Me. Again, I think this has a good, smooth, easy to work with formula. Again, no running, pooling, or staining. The gold that's in here really pops off of the darker base, and again, I really like this one with a matte top coat. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. This one is going to dry dull, so you will want top coat for that reason, but nothing is going to dry textured, and nothing is going to be difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Ernesto de la Cruz, and this is described as a super light, almost white, lavender crelly with a variety of rainbow metallic glitter in different shapes and sizes. Here's our first coat of Ernesto de la Cruz. So I think this one covers pretty well in the first coat. It's not completely opaque and I want more of that glitter, so I am going to go ahead and do a second coat of this, but again, I think this has a good smooth formula. I didn't have any running, pooling, or staining. I also didn't do any kind of holding the bottle upside down for the extra glitters, but if you want a lot more, that is always an option. So this is completely opaque in 2 coats. In a lot of lightings, this one might look white. In most lightings, though, it will look like a tinted purple polish. This is going to dry textured, so you will want top coat to smooth this out, and it is glitter, so it will be more difficult to remove. So there is 2 coats. And lastly for today we have Mama Imelda, and this is a extremely holographic polish with a green to purple shifty shimmer. This can be built up in 3 coats on its own, or it can be used as a topper. I am going to show you both ways today. Here's our first coat of Mama Imelda. So this one is pretty sheer on the first coat. It is meant to double as a topper as well, so I am going to show it to you after this swatch. I'm going to show it to you as a topper over 4 colors. This has, again, I think a good, easy to work with formula, no running or pulling on this one either. So here's our second coat, and that's building up well in 2 coats, but I am going to show you 3. Hopefully in my macro shots you will be able to tell these are all holographic micro flakes, so nothing is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove on this. So here is that third coat, and that does cover completely in 3 coats. You will want top coat to maximize your hollow payoff on this one, as well as to like bring some shine back to it because it does dry a little bit dull. But there is 3 coats. And here I'm going to show you 1 coat over a white, a navy blue, a black, and an oxblood red. I do like this both ways, but I do get a little bit messy when it comes to using these as toppers because I do want it to cover the entire base color, so bear that in mind. You still do want top coat. This is not a top coat polish. I would still recommend putting a top coat over this. So there is 1 coat. I really love everything in this collection, but I think my favorite would have to be Mama Coco. I love a yellow polish in general. I love a crelly polish in general. I think the blue and yellow contrast in this polish is really, really beautiful. I really like Mama Coco. I also tried my hardest to formulate a 2-coat yellow crelly. So there we have Mama Coco. I think she is my favorite of the collection. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.